Hello! Pokemon Violet has a ton of button mashing dialogue at the start of the game. So, to pass the time, we did a tier list of all the starters to see who's been forgotten, or who could replace Pikachu as the golden mascot. Hope you enjoy! I think I have some really opinions about starters, and I want to share them with my guys. Thank you, Mara, for giving me the tier list for this. S is probably going to be like my most favorite. What should A be? Should have replaced Pikachu. Honestly, no, this one should have replaced Pikachu. Barely passable. I like that actually. Not my first pick. And then D can be like, why is this a starter? There we go. That'll be our choices. Also, can we just, I need to get an ad blocker or something. There we go. Bulbasaur. Honestly, I love Blastoise. Or sorry, Blastoise. Venusaur is a really good character. Yeah, I would probably say not my first choice. Charmander. I would almost put it in the same tier. Like, I get it. It's a very popular choice. In fact, Sword and Shield put it as like the champion starter. I'm not for it. If I had a choice, I would kill this thing in Minecraft. But Squirtle, look at this guy. Look at him. So silly, so cute. I love this one. And then when you get the full evolution, it just has a blaster on the back. It just wants to kill. I love Squirtle. I will always pick Squirtle. All the way to Blastoise, including this, looks so good. One of the best starters for Gen 1. I'm gonna try to keep a best starter for each generation. Pikachu. If we're talking about just Pikachu being the starter, it's gonna be not my second choice. I don't really use Pikachu much in any of the games that I've played, but Raichu, and specifically Alolan Raichu, best starter. Look at him, look at him. We're talking about just Pikachu, so we're just gonna say it's not my second choice. Although, there's no question. Do you see this? Do you see all of this? All of these guys? Look at them! They're so cute! Having all of these possible choices, evolutions are amazing. I understand that Pikachu has just been such a big staple, especially Fat Pikachu. Everyone loves Fat Pikachu. But Eevee can be almost every single type. Why wouldn't it be? Also, I just closed it. Shit. No, Alolan Vulpix. I mean, if we're talking about all Pokemon, Alolan Vulpix is top tier. Oh my god, I love the little purple for both of these guys. I have an Alolan shiny Alolan Ninetales. One of my favorite Pokemon to have as a buddy. Chikorita. If we're talking about, let's say like what we were talking about earlier with Legend CA, I don't like Tepig. I don't like Totodile. Not that I hate them. Well, I hate Tepig. I don't hate Totodile. It's just like not my first pick. It's probably Chikorita because I love Meganium. But talking about the generations in, it's not going to be my first choice. I'll be honest. Cyndaquil, my favorite starter, especially because of this motherfucking Legends Arceus. What an awesome look. The longest time at one point just lost its fire and it just looked like a large rat. For Alligator out of these. Not my first choice, not even my second choice. Definitely at the bottom. Trico? Did I say that right? I like the little lizard. But it's Pokemon like these where I'm like, I don't even remember that this existed. Why is it even a starter? Torchic. I love this Mega. This Mega looks awesome. I do kind of like this, I'll be honest. It's definitely my second choice out of all of these though, but Mudkip. Mudkip. Oh my gosh, I love Mudkip so badly. Swampert was actually one of my first really good Pokemon that I had in Pokemon Go. I have a really good affinity for Swampert in general. Honestly, yeah, best starter. Probably the best starter. The f***ing turtle. He's not my first choice. But you know what? Because Torterra is awesome. Would I choose it all the time? No. But it's probably one of the best starters. Chimchar. Definitely a third choice for me. I love this guy. Definitely not my second choice. But Piplup. When I was a lot younger, I didn't really know much about Pokemon besides a book of all of the Pokemon. It's definitely going in best starters. Snivy, I don't remember it. I hate Tepig. I hate Tepig so much. I got a McDonald's toy of Tepig and I just hated it. But Oshawott. I love how stupid this guy looks. Look at him. Nothing behind those eyes. So innocent. And yet, I love the Legends Arceus form Looks so good. Best starter. Best starter. I'll be honest with this line too. I swear, it's always the grass types. Barely any of the grass types, besides Turtwig so far, has gotten any love. I forgot this starter existed, and it seems like a lot of people in chat agree. I love this one. I love her so much. I think, agreeably, a good starter. Very memorable starter, at least for me. This is where I kind of have a little bit of a separation. I always think of Greninja as its like solo Pokemon, and it doesn't have like an evolution line. If I saw this, probably not my first choice until I got to Greninja, and that's best starter. That's the only time I'm probably gonna separate the two. Rowlet, I love Rowlet so much. Rowlet's up there. Rowlet is probably one that should replace Pikachu. Look at him, he's so cute. And then this. God, Legend of Arceus was such a good game. Best starter, Rowlet would replace Pikachu. Let's talk about this guy. I'm only aware of this Pokemon because of Smash Ultimate. And I'll say it's a pretty good starter, but also not my first choice. And the only reason why this one would be a more popular choice is because of Smash Ultimate. Like, that's pretty much it. Poplio, Primarina is pretty good, but you know, you don't really remember that Pokemon, do you? You see Poplio, you're like, oh, that's cute. And then you don't get the Primarina. So I would say, regrettably, it's also not my first choice. Yeah, Litten's lit, but the evolutions aren't. Honestly, all of them do. Like this guy, cute. Would totally put it in best starter. And then it comes to this. Knowing this, it's not even my second choice. Score Bunny. I wish I could say it would be best starter. I know this evolution, and it's a lot of soccer kids, soccer boys, and whatever that's just like adores this Pokemon, and it just doesn't vibe with me. I would probably put it at, I would say this generation is probably the weakest. I'll put this as not my second choice as well. I just don't have an affinity for it, but James Bond Lizard redeems it up a tier, but not to best starter. I will admit this. And then we get to our current gen. Oh, I love Sprigatito. And people are always worried. They're like, how is this going to get toppled? Is this going to gain some legs, some hind legs, you know? And you know what? It does. It stands up. And then Meowscarada happens. Oh, it didn't switch over. And then Meowscarada happens. And oh my god, this is just so fucking gay. I love it. It's so incredibly gay that it loops back around to being one of the best starters ever. I don't think anyone can deny that Weedcat is probably the best starter. We do have to talk about Fuecoco though. Fuecoco is cute. And then it goes silly. Doesn't really fit with me, even though it's silly. And I do like silly. And then I see the professor pulled this guy out. And it pisses me off so much on how good this guy is. It's not my first choice, but it is very high. And then we get Quaxley, the little gay duck, who I love very much. He becomes a dancer and becomes even more gay. I love him, but it's also just not my first choice. I would be fighting with that, basically. I would say this is very fair. I would probably put Rowlet back down here. And yeah, Eevee should have been the one to replace Pikachu. Eevee just was not there, but nowadays I would say if they rethought like who would be the mascot, I would probably, yeah. It's cute, and a lot of people can get behind Eevee, I think. And why is this a starter? I'm just kind of joking with Tepig, but the rest of these, I kind of agree. The grass starters and some gens were just not that great. Yeah, I think I agree with this list. Let's look at some of these. Y'all had a lot more to replace Pikachu than I did. That's crazy. I almost agree with everyone else's list. Mara did a ton, holy crap. Where's Eevee? I don't see Eevee. Did you not put Eevee on the list? Oh no, there's Eevee. Why don't you think, okay, Mara, why do you think that Eevee should not be a starter? I'm just sort of curious. Talk shit on Trico again, I dare you. I just forgot, okay? It's nothing against him. Starter Eevee is unevolvable, it ruins the whole appeal. Talk shit on Chespin again. Y'all are amazing. I love y'all so much.